Hello and good morning. Happy Wednesday. This is Grace here at the Company Nest with Grace. It is Watts of Love Wednesday. It's Watts of Love Wednesday. So we're going to do our normal routine here at the Company Nest with Grace every first Wednesday of the month. I create a project that is auctioned off for the nonprofit called Watts of Love. And I'm also coming to you live as a hostess in the Craft Round the Clock group. So welcome to all the Craft Round the Clock group members. If you are not yet a member of that free group, I would highly encourage you to join. The link that is in the description of this video. So go ahead and join. It's a free group and brings you crafting around the clock from many, over 100 creative business owners are there sharing content with you throughout the day every 45 minutes. So this is my time slot and welcome. I will be with you live until noon Central Standard Time today. So we have 45 minutes to play and have fun and raise money and do good together. So welcome to Diane. I see your comment. Welcome. Thanks for being here. I see Missy is here. Hello. Welcome, guys. I'm so glad you're here. Or ladies, I should say. Okay. So Watts of Love Wednesday. Traditionally, this is what we do. Just as a quick note for those of you who might not know, because I don't want to assume everybody knows. Well, hello, Miss Denise. I'm so glad you caught me live too. Look at Finn right there. Your photo, your profile photo of your pup. I love it. Good morning, Diana. So let's do the quick overview, and I'm going to get you on the other camera. I do have both cameras set up today so that you can see. Watts of Love is a nonprofit organization based here in the U.S., and what they do is they go and provide solar lights to people in need, particularly people who live in darkness on the regular, but also to disaster victims, people who are who fall victim to things like hurricanes where all the electricity is wiped out and floods and all of the bad things that come with that. Watts of Love will come in and donate or give away to these families in need solar powered lights that they can either wear on their head as a headlamp, they can wear it around their neck so they don't have to carry it. So it comes in a really convenient way. And the lights will last them 10 years. So if being without electricity is a normal part of their world, these lights are providing quite a bit of freedom to them. Or if it's for a short amount of time while they're dealing with a disaster, maybe like a shorter amount of time, a year or two, it just proves to be very helpful to them. So every time you round up your order on my Couture site, you're donating to Watts of Love. And I dedicate every first Wednesday of the month to this program because I believe in it so much. And I think they're doing such good around the world. So every first Wednesday, I create a project and I donate it to Watts of Love. Basically, I'm putting it up for auction inside my free VIP Craft Club for Couture. I put it up for auction in there, and one of the lovely ladies claims it. The highest bidder gets it, but her donation goes to Watts of Love. So I donate the project. She donates the cash to Watts of Love, and together we're making a difference. So let me show you what we did last month. So in February, our Watts of Love, this is our Watts of Love summary for our community for February. This is what we did collectively. In February, there were 17 donations made to Watts of Love from Crafty Chicks here at the Company Nest with Grace. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Gia. Good morning, Lori. I see you guys. Hi, Terry. So glad you're here, Miss Terry. Sarah's here, and Brenda and Cynthia. Jackie, hello, my friend. I love when you guys are so sweet and endearing, and to both to me and to the other Crafty Chicks. It warms my heart. So in February, collectively, we had 17 donations. That includes mine. I always donate 2 when I order. I always round up my order. So 17 donations from 11 donors. Now, you guys, come on. You will be amazed at the impact the 11 donors, well, the 11 includes me, so 10 other Crafty Chicks here in the community who have made donations last month. And we were together able to donate $118 and change, which is equivalent to 2 lights. You guys, 10 people were able to donate 2 lights to families in need. Can you imagine if 100 of us did? Just multiply that. If every time you went and ordered on my Chalk site and you rounded up your order. So if your order was $118.48 and you rounded it up, you'd be donating 52 cents. But all of those little gestures of you having a little giving heart, they add up to high impacts for families. Last month, we donated 2 lights. And what kinds of things do those lights do for people? I printed this out because I think it's really helpful. It helps people increase their income. The people who live in Malawi, for instance, the country that we at Couture have dedicated, a 5-year span of donations to. Increasing income. What happens is they're spending 30% of their income every month, the people in Malawi, for candles and kerosene. And when they get their Watts of Love light, they can stop spending that 30% income and they can save it. So it's basically increasing their income, or you could say their savings, to help them come out of poverty and do other things with their money. It helps alleviate extreme poverty, reduce respiratory issues for those that are breathing in the carotene and the wax and the soot from the candles, eliminates burns, provides safety, productivity. It's aid disaster relief. The light can charge a cell phone. So for those who are living in disaster, like my sister in Cape Coral, when the hurricanes came through, she went for weeks without electricity in Florida. She did not have a generator. She had no way of charging her cell phone from her home. So one of these Watts of Light lights, being solar powered, can charge the cell phone. It can reduce carbon emissions and educate a community. So together we're doing this every month. I choose one of these donors, to win a shout out prize. It's my way of thanking you as a giving community for being giving hearts. And so I send a prize pack of Couture goodies to one Watts of Love donor. And this month's winner is Miss Terry Nogast. Terry, she's even here this morning. Terry, that's why I said, oh, Terry, I'm so glad you're here this morning. Terry, you are the Watts of Love shout out prize winner for February. That's so exciting. So I will be sending you some Couture goodies, my friend. I will be sending you some Couture goodies. So thank you to all of you, though. All of you who donated, you know who you are. If you haven't been donating, please join us in this quest to support families in need. We appreciate you all so much for doing that. Every little donation you make. You're welcome, Miss Terry. I'm so happy to give it to you. It warms my heart that we do this together, and to do this little celebration every first Wednesday of the month. I just think it's precious. So thank you for being here. Okay, this is the transfer I'm going to use today to create the project. It's going to be on our palette board, the Couture palette board. It is a 9x12 palette board. It's darling. White, basically like white reclaimed wood kind of look, and with the open nail heads, like you can see. I love that. And it's simple and equally simple. I'm going to use the March Club Couture transfer design with these beautiful flowers and butterfly. And then on the bottom, it says, just keep breathing. It's a really nice positive affirmation. I'm going to put this right in the center here and then doll it up a little bit. And this is going to be the auction item. So this will be auctioned off today. Once we're done here today, I'm going to make this available inside the VIP Craft Club. That's my free craft community for Couture lovers. So join the club, you guys. There's so much fun activity that goes on in there. And I really do my best to try to let you guys know all the things that are happening with Couture. Like this month is Transfer Palooza. So buy transfers and get free transfers. Transfer Palooza, the color of the month. Things like that. I've already made those announcements in the group. I do my best to keep you guys abreast of what's happening, and then doing giveaways, special offers, the Watts of Love fundraising together, and the shout out prize. There's just lots of activity that goes on there. I would love so much, those of you who are members of the group, the VIP Craft Club already, give a shout out in the comments and let everybody know if you're in the group. And then I'm going to give you a special challenge. I'm going to take this opportunity to say, girls, share more of your projects. We want to see your projects. Everybody wants to see what you've been creating with your Couture stuff, even if it's unusual and different. I put my paste on the floor. You know me, girls. I use more of my Couture stuff. I use it more often in my books and journals and art journaling than I do creating home decor. It's just what I love. So that's what I do. But regardless of how you're using it, we would love to see. I got 4 squeegees and 4 colors of paste, and I hope you love these colors. This is the item that is going to be auctioned off. So I tried to pick colors that are spring-like, but very calming, nothing too bright or like wild here. Whoops. So they're spring-like, they're calming, and I think they would universally go in anybody's home decor. I already got paste on me, girls. I got to get a paper towel. Yes, Tita, anybody can join the VIP group. If you are on my team, my Couture team, you're probably already in there. Or anybody who's not a designer off team, you're welcome to join that group. So anybody's welcome. Hey, Spirit, welcome, welcome. I love your name, Spirit Rider. Tammy's loving this transfer. Tammy, this is the transfer for March Club Couture, the one that the Club Couture, the monthly kit subscribers are getting. Terry, you love these colors? I'm so excited. I'm going to do one floral in each soft, pretty color in blues and greens. I'm so glad you love it. This one, I have not taken this top off yet, but I suppose I should and could. This is the new Duck Egg Blue. It looks more green to me, but it's called Duck Egg Blue. I'll get this in the garbage, girls, before I get it on myself. Yeah, I'm going to do blues and greens, and then I haven't decided yet with the butterfly. I think I'm going to do the florals all with these three colors, and then I'm going to do the butterfly in the duck egg. I can see a big, like, piece of lint here that got under. These new transfers, you guys, are so translucent that it's really easy to see through them. So if there's something on your transfer, there we go. Just like a little piece. I think it's like a sweater fuzz. I think I got it. We were fuzzing our transfer, so it did its job and added a little fuzz to the background. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? It's such a pretty design. I love the simplicity of it. And it really does just say spring to me, which I'm so ready for. Terry, I'm so glad you love these colors. Yes, Denise, thank you for saying that. So Denise said, I have to remember to take pictures. So that's the challenge, right? Then you forget to take the picture. Please, please try. We love to see what you guys are working on. Cindy, I love these flowers too. Aren't they gorgeous? They're gorge. Hello, Glenda and Georgia. So glad you're here. All right, let's go in. Let's do it. I think I'm going to do blue. I have them lined up. I'm organized here today. Blue, green, the darker blue. It's not very much darker, but it's a little bit darker. And then I'm going to repeat this green. I think this is sage. Yes, sage green on these. And then I think I'm going to do the butterfly in this really pretty, I'm trying to decide between the egg shell or this, I think this is Lakeshore. Nope, dusky blue. Dusky blue. So I'm trying to decide on the butterfly. In the meantime, I'm going to get the flowers done. And if you have an opinion on the butterfly, what color should I do the butterfly? The flowers are going to be these three colors here. Then should I do the butterfly in eggshell blue, or should I do it in this dusky blue is the other option that I have, or one of these? I don't know. I can't decide. You can help. You can help. It's so pretty, right, Jeanette? Jeanette, you're getting this transfer in the mail as a designer. So all designers and Club Couture transfer members, Club Couture members, get this design in the mail in the month of March. Can you believe it's March, you guys? What on earth is going on here? Okay, first one done. See how easy breezy? This isn't hard. This is like, truly, I call myself the lazy crafter sometimes. This is lazy girl crafting. Like, you don't have to make this super complicated. Pick your transfer design. This one's really pretty from your stash, or buy a new one if you like. It's Transfer Palooza, so you're getting free transfers this month with your orders. With qualifying orders, you're getting free transfers. Pick your design, pick your colors, and do it up. Still, it's customizable because you get to pick the colors. You get to pick which way to put your designs on the project. You don't have to do them exactly like they're showing on the transfer. You can change it up a little if you want. And you see me do that all the time. I love to customize so much. All right, there's that one. And then I'm going to go back to the green for this set. A little continuity here. Whoops. I got on the board a little bit, but I can clean that up. So that's what we're doing for that one. And then I'm not seeing any votes for the butterfly. You like the pop of color idea, Camille? Should I do this green? I know though, I am definitely doing Just Keep Breathing and brown because I wanted it to be all natural, but I want this to show, it's so small on the bottom, and I want it to, it's such a beautiful sentiment and reminder that breathing is life, Life is precious. Of all the things that could go wrong in your day, please, honestly, if you're breathing, you're in good shape. We're doing good if we're breathing. I'm going to pull this up so we don't lose anything here while we try to decide what color. Not going to reveal yet to you. While we try to decide what color should we do that butterfly. I'm going to peel up everything but the butterfly and dry it. This is called the paste and peel method. I'll reveal it to you in a minute. A yellow for the butterfly, Jackie. Do you think? Rather than sticking, I really like the same color scheme, and that's why I'm hesitant to introduce the eggshell blue. I like kind of the idea of just using very select few colors. Oh my gosh, so pretty. You know, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go with this blue. If this was the blue I was gonna go with for the butterfly, but it is the same one that's on this flower. And since it's right next to the butterfly, I'm gonna use this blue to keep it very cohesive and semi-monochromatic, you know, really simple with color choices here. And after I get this butterfly done, I'm gonna pull this up so you can see the whole thing done, because it's all done. It's that easy. Oh, it's so pretty, you guys. Seriously, so pretty. Honestly, what do you think? First of all, I got a little smudge here. I'm going to show you how easy this is. I got a little paper towel here that I've been wiping my fingers on. I'm going to put, I don't want to do it over my board. I'm going to put a little bit of water on here. The paste is erasable, especially off of non-porous surfaces. But see that little smudge of green that I got right there? It's erasable. I'm just going to come in and give it a good rub and erase that off of there. Okay, so that's not hard to do. Whenever you have a little oopsie. The palette boards are pretty forgiving. If you had a really big oopsie, it would not clean up as well or as easily. I'll be honest with you, on like a porous surface, like a wood surface, this board. This paste is completely erasable off of non-porous surfaces like mirrors, glass, chalkboards, for example. That's what it was designed for designing chalkboards for home decor. You can use it on wood, and the way to make it permanent is to just spray top coat it with your favorite top coat so that it would be really safe, really. I don't think of it, it's going to stay on there, but if you wet this and then it got rubbed, it's going to smear on you unless you top coat it with a spray top coat. And I usually use Mod Podge. I really love the Mod Podge matte and the Mod Podge glossy. I think they're both beautiful in terms of workability and the way they look on a project, and they don't yellow. Oh, I'm so glad you love it. I'm so glad, Jackie. So this is going to be up for auction inside the VIP Craft Club. And you know what, girls? Just give me a minute here. I know that I gave you the link to that craft club in the description of the video, but I'm also going to put it in the comments here just to make it easier for you guys to go and join that group so you can participate in the auction and just be part of our community. That would be awesome. Now I have a question for you. I need your input. Get your little typing fingers ready, whether it's on your phone with your thumbs or if it's with your whole hand on a keyboard. Typing fingers ready. Originally, my plan with this was then to take my distress ink pad and darken the edges lightly, like I would do with paper, to give it more of a distress and to frame it a little more because it's a white frame. I just wonder if a little bit of distressing on the edges is appealing. So vote, please, for me. Yes on the distressed edges or no on the distressed edges. It is going up for auction to one of you, and I would love for it to be as appealing to as many of you as possible. While you guys are voting, you're going to see me do a little maintenance here. We're going to put away all of our chalk supplies. So let me push this beauty to the side just a little bit, and I'm going to take these and I just put them in water, like my paint bucket with my paintbrushes. I put it in that same bucket of water so that they stay wet and they're easier to clean when I bring them to my laundry room. But I always make sure, like, all that beautiful paste that's on that squeegee, don't throw it out. Scrape it back in. It's like the peanut butter. I tell the kids, scrape the knife. Don't just throw that out. Peanut butter is expensive. We're not wasting that, right? Not this frugal Fanny. Tita says to distress it in blue. I was going to, the wording is brown, just keep reading. So I was going to do the brown Hadn't even thought about doing a different color, but Tina suggests blue. What do you guys think? Diane loves it the way it is. Diane loves it the way it is. Oh, and Fran says, no, I love the simplicity. Debbie says, yes, always distress. Yes to distress. It reminds me of that show. Yes to the dress. Yes to distress. The crafters version of that reality show. Yes. Okay, I'm going to go back and look at all your comments. So let me first just wrap these up and get them off to the side. Whoa, get them off to the side so we can pull this back in. To distress or not. Let me get you in close so you can see the gorgeous detail that you get with these reusable adhesive. Look at that butterfly. Silk screen transfers. Once this is dry, just as a suggestion for those of you who are in the club, or if you're a designer and you're getting this design in your stash, sorry for the noise. I have a little bit of extra that I need something wet for. As a suggestion, something that you can do, once this is completely dry, if you wanted to add more pop of color to this project, the florals, the top of the florals, and even the leaves here, the leaves are not colored in. And that's what gives you that contrast and makes it so simple and beautiful. But if you wanted to add more color, you could come in with some more of your pastes on a small detail brush and just paint in some more color onto those if you wanted to add more shading or just more color in general, and a variety of shades of these colors or new colors, whatever you'd like. Kamala, isn't it beautiful? She says, it's so beautiful. It's a great transfer. Why, thank you. I'm so glad. Phyllis really loves the simplicity and the clean appearance without the distressing. Terry likes the blue idea. Diana says brown. Jackie says brown. Love. Wait, what does Denise say? Love distress. It is the new thing now with decor. So there are two camps. There are two camps, it seems. There are those who really love all things that are thrifted and vintage and old, and decrepit is the word I would use, but not in a bad way. I don't mean decrepit like in a negative sense, but in the way that you cherish it for its old beauty, the fact that it's old and still beautiful. And taking something new and distressing it gives it that worn look that so many of us love so much. Those of us in camp distress, we love it. And there are some who don't. They like, St. Fran's like, no, I like it the way it is. Diane, she says, no, I like it just the way it is. Phyllis says no distressed edges. Lori says yes. Diana says yes. Okay, here's the thing. Oh, thanks, Jeanette. She says it's so beautiful. Hey, Teresa. I see you, my friend. All right. Well, here's where my mind is thinking. Oh, Anita says to do the blue. I make one of each. I don't think I have another board on hand. I'd have to order it. I think this was the only palette board that I had on hand in stash in my house. So what I think we should do, I love the idea of making one of each, but I would make more money for Watts of Love. Oh, Denise, she says, my mom always said she was old and decrepit. I used to laugh about that. And now you said it, it brings back great memories. Oh, that's nice to hear. That's nice to hear. Sometimes mama pops up in ways you don't know or in times you weren't expecting. Okay, I think what I'm going to do this is leave it, because here's the thing. I know so many of you, hi Marcia, so many of you are crafty chicks of your own right. And please don't let that stop you from bidding on this. It will be auctioned off inside my free craft club. I'll put it up for auction today. I'll take a picture and post it in the group. It'll be pinned to the feature tab. And then it will be open. The auction will be open until tomorrow morning when I wake up. And that's usually around 6. The last 2 mornings, it's been between 5 and 5:30 a.m. But usually around 6, I wake up and I'll go and I'll check the bidding, and whoever's the high bidder at the time that I wake up is the person who's going to get it. And that person, I will send them instructions on how to make the donation to Watts of Love. So I'll ask them to do that. And then whoever the winner is, I also invoice them just for the shipping to get this to them. And that's usually around between $5 and $7 usually. So it's not very much, thankfully. Joyce loves the flowers. Me too. I think they're gorgeous. So I think I'm going to leave it simple distressed without the edging, knowing that so many of you can distress on your own. What I was going to do was use, where's my archival ink? I pulled it out, friends. It's here somewhere. I was going to use an archival ink pad. Did I leave it in my drawer? Here it is. Uh-oh, I just got the cover. I pulled it out and all I got was the cover. I was going to use some archival ink and a little foam distress dauber. You could use a makeup wedge. And I was just going to go around the edges with some distressing. But I think I'll leave it plain since there are enough of you that say you like it plain. Knowing that whoever gets it, if you like it distressed and you want it distressed, like Tita, you could take it home and distress it in blue if you want. Or if you want to distress it with a brown to match the Just Keep Breathing, you really could. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. I'm so glad you guys love it. So I'm here with you guys until noon today. So we have another 20 minutes. I'm going to pull out another project to work on and show you. So let me do a little cleanup while I get it ready, because I have to make some room for if you could see my table, you guys, it really is teeny tiny. So what I usually do is clean, take off what I'm working on. I'm sure you have to do the same thing. You have to take that off, what the supplies you've been working with, put them away and take out new stuff, right? So let me grab. Is there anything particular you guys want to see? I have so many books on hand, book projects that I'm working on that are like midway through. And in both the Craft Therapy Club and in the Napkin Lovers Club, we've been busy journaling and creating from our art journals and napkin journals. We see you, Miss Marcia. Hello, hello. Thank you guys to anybody who's sprinkling this out there. I appreciate every single one of you for doing that. Thank you, thank you. I'm just gonna make some room here. Here's the original box for the project that will go with the project to mail it out to you guys. And I was wanting to do some tags for gift tags. So let me grab those and we can work on those. We've got all our supplies out for chalk. So I have some snarky phrases here. Oh, I have a couple of options. Actually, girls, guys and girls, why don't we work on this? Did you see the video I did recently? I hate to put this aside, but I'm going to put it aside for a minute so that we can work on this one. Did you guys see recently the little video that I did? It wasn't a live video, but it was a video recording that I did with the drop-in. This is the drop-in frame, the new box frame that has the drop-in panels, and you get 3 panels that are double-sided. Okay, so the frame itself can be positioned either horizontally or vertically. Let me get you big on the table. Okay, so you can position this either, horizontally or vertically. It'll stand up on its own. And then it has this slot right here where the panels on the inside easily slide out. And there are 3 of them. You get 1, 2, 3 panels that are double-sided. Oh my gosh, right? So I have only on this, of the 6 panels that are there for decorating, I have done the 1. And I did a little video to show this to you. I painted it first with sage green paint. And then I stamped this little brick stamp around the edges just to make it, because I love texture and I like depth. And then I came in with shimmer paste. I don't know if you can see it, but there is some gold shimmer inside that paste that says faith, trust, and pixie dust. It has the 2 little stars. Okay, that is absolutely darling. I love that transfer, but I am in love with this board, you guys. I'm in love with it. I have seen a few of the ladies have painted their boards so they're not white anymore. They've spray painted them black, and that is really striking as well. I have some dry paste sitting on the table. I'm just gonna brush it off. But why don't we decorate another one of these panels? I have this darling set, the Rabbit and Company. And since it's spring-like and we're on florals, let's do it. Joyce, this comment. Joyce. I love you, Miss Joyce Resto. She says, I've become a distress maniac. I'm distressing everything. Hey, Blakely, how are you? Thanks for being here. Thanks for saying hello in Virginia. That's where Marsh is coming from. Look at that. Your neighbors. Your neighbors. I think it's most fun when Craft Around the Clock group, has gotten rather large over the years. It's just beautiful. And there's so much good sharing and goodness that goes on in there. Not only from the hosts and hostesses, the people who are the creatives sharing their content, but also from you, as all of the crafty chicks are in there who are commenting and sharing and lifting up and encouraging all the creatives. It's just such a beautiful community. So be sure to join. All right, maybe what we should do is flip this thing over and do the other side. Now, I've kept my frame white. I really, really am debating spray painting it light blue or like a teal color because those are my favorites. The black looked really striking. But because it's white, I felt like it would be really nice to paint the background on the panel before I put down the actual design. So I think I'm going to paint this in like, let's go like with something a little darker than the first one I did. Hi, Mary. Hi, Jackie. Jackie is saying that she's become a Just Us maniac too. Oh, thanks for the sweet comments, darling. Thanks for those sweet comments. Spreading the love. That's so sweet and kind of you. All right, so let me grab a paint color. Can you hear me rustling things and moving them around over here? You guys, to get to my paint, I have to lift up 3 things to get to it. Just to get to it. Maybe I'll do a really soft brown, actually. Maybe I'll do I pulled out a dark brown just so I would have a couple of, like, I like things to look a little bit 2-dimensional, so it's not just one brown. I'll usually mix some colors. So let's grab this little paint palette here. I'll put it on this side. And I'm going to put some paints on here, and I'm going to just do a really soft brown background here. And then we'll chalk on top of that with those lovely florals or the bunny. Which one do you like better? Premium peony seeds, sure to grow, or P. Rabbit and Company Farms, 100% organic, carrot, eggs, and chocolate. The seeds, you guys, I got to get my face on camera so you can see me because I was laughing so hard this morning. Did you guys see Heart's Desire this morning in Craft on the Clock? I was following along as I was getting ready for my day, and I was getting dressed. And when I popped into her live, Lisa's live, it was just Lisa. Jonathan wasn't there this morning. Maybe he was there in the background, but when she was on camera, I was watching her. She was painting these darling little bunnies, and she was talking about one of the first things that I heard when I joined her live, because I was a little bit late. She was already into it. Did you guys see this? Heart's Desire this morning. The first thing that I heard, the first thing that she said, or one of the first things was, worm poop ain't cheap. It's like, what? Wait, what are we talking about? She caught my attention, friends. I was like, all right, Lisa, you got me. What? What are we talking about? She was talking about somebody who owns a worm farm, and that's what he sells. And, you know, much of what Lisa shares on her page in Heart's Desire, she creates and she crafts, and she's beautifully talented, both her and her husband, but she also gardens, and she shares a bit of that as well. And she was talking about, she loves flowers. She loves that kind of stuff. She's talking about her dad being really good with plants, and I don't know how she got on this the worm farm, but oh my goodness, I was laughing so hard. That's one way to get someone's attention. It was hilarious, right? Ocean Breeze and Me says that was hilarious. The rabbit, because Easter is around the corner, but I love the peonies. I don't think you can go wrong. And this is the nice thing with this. Has anybody picked up this drop-in board yet? Have you picked one up yet? Tell me in the comments if you've grabbed one, if you've gotten yours yet, or if it's on the way. Here's the thing. You get 6 panels. So this 2-panel design, some of my monthly kit subscribers, there's a small group, about a dozen of you who get a monthly kit from me separate from Club Couture. This is the design that they're getting. And that's going to design 2 of your panels in this drop-in. You don't have to pick. You can do both of them. How cool is that? It's a beautiful compact frame and home decor sign that it's compact and small, and you're going to be able to fit 6 designs in it and just interchange them when you want. I mean, come on, it doesn't get any easier. All right, I know this looks like a kindergartner did it. What I wanted to do is to get all that paint on there so that I can now play with blending. So I'm going to start smoothing out and blending the paint. My brush is this brush has very firm bristles. That's why I'm getting all these brush strokes. So I'm actually going to move over to a different brush because I want it to be a little softer. I'm offloading my paint onto there. And then let's get a brush with softer. This one is much softer. And I'm going to wet it a little bit more and look at the difference. Look at the difference in the brush strokes. Wowzer. So what I want to do now is pull in some of this darker color and we're going to blend. It's a little bit wet. I absolutely love you guys. I love doing backgrounds. I'm going to grab a little bit of my matte medium to help me blend. Ugh, if I can get it open. It helps to wet your brush and your paints, and it helps to extend the dry time so it becomes easier to do the blending. Okay. And both of these designs are up and down. So I think I'm going to stick with the up and down. I'm adding a little bit of the medium to my brush and then a little bit of the brown paint. And we're trying to make a background that's soft and not one color. I want more than one color on here. So now that I've got all the paint on there, I'm going to come back with my medium and start blending the two paint colors together and paying attention now to the strokes that it's leaving behind. I don't mind there being, when you saw that other video that I did, I don't mind the brush strokes showing because it looks to be texture. Well, it is texture. So I don't mind some of them showing, but I want to choose where they are, where they show. And that just comes with practice and time. You know, keep doing this. This is why an art journal is so great, because you can practice this stuff in an art journal and play with your supplies and practice blending, playing with your different colors and see what colors you like that go together. All right. Now we're closer to where I want to be. I have a whole guide in the Craft Therapy Club called Backgrounds, and it's only about how to create a variety of different backgrounds for projects. So if that's something that you struggle with, like how to get a paint on a background and really make it look cohesive and pretty, that might be a good place for you to start. Okay, I'm really struggling now. Like, you are just misbehaving. Let's just put you up there for now. That's the challenge of not having a ton of space. Okay, now it's feeling a little bit dark for me, so I'm going to come in with even a lighter color. Oh, Shelly, I wonder what the trouble is. What kind of trouble? It's March, and the color of the month just came out. I think it's called Academia. It's a gorgeous, like really unusual bluish green. So the site is probably being overworked by people trying to place their orders. That's what happens. It's probably a high volume moment, Miss Shelley. So be patient. Check in with, if you're really if you think it's a technical issue, then check in with designer services or customer service. Use the little chat bubble in the corner of the screen. Okay, this is looking, I feel like I want it to be a little more creamy. Let's see what other color I have over here. Like a creamy, oh, this would work. That one was too pink for me. This looks like what I did yesterday for my Napkin Lovers Club picture frame. Posted picture in the group. Yay, I can't wait to see Joyce. Boy, you guys have been so active. It just makes me so excited when I see all the activity going on. See what I'm doing here? I have a lighter color. It's too light. Adding some medium and then coming and picking up some of the other darker colors and making a new brown with all of the same colors and introducing that new one just to kind of blend this in. Oh yeah, that's creamier. Looks like chocolate ice cream. My husband last night, if you guys observe Lent, like I'm Catholic, I observe Lent. I have Lenten, you do almsgiving, prayer. So there are different aspects to it. And one of the things is sacrificing something, like giving something up. And every time you think of it, like, oh, really, I wish I could have that. Like for coffee drinkers, you might give up coffee for the 40 days. It's a struggle. It's girls, it's a real struggle. Well, anyway, I gave up sweets and alcohol. Those are my two things I'm giving up. I've given up. And my husband, after supper last night, made an ice cream malt. He's sitting there with the ice cream pail, and he's like, "Do you want some?" I'm like, "Hello, you know I'm giving it up. Why are you tempting me?" Oh yeah, he's like, "Oh, I forgot." Oh, it doesn't really bother me. The only time of day that I think and now I'm realizing, because by doing it, it makes you more aware of yourself. It's like 3 o'clock is when I start to say, I could use like a little, like a Hershey's mini or some Hershey Kisses or something like that. So anyway, none for me. I get none. I get none. Not this time around. Not for a little while. All right. I should have put a mat down because I made a big old mess. Let's see what the other side looks like. I probably got some paint on the other side too. I think I'm done with that though. That looks pretty darn good. Did I get any on the back? No, thankfully. All right, let's put this up here for a second just to dry. And let's clean this up. And then we're going to go in, and I think I'm just going to go simple with the design. And let's do the bunny, because I think the bunny makes sense on the brown. And I think I'm either going to use duck egg blue or the really soft blue, maybe like a really soft, pretty, like egg blue color. Jace, you gave up alcohol? Yeah. So I love a glass of wine. I mean, I'll drink anything, honestly. Almost, I don't do shots, but like, I like both wine and beer, but like, let's be honest, if I have my choice, I'm going to choose a glass of wine. So that's what I miss, but it's not a big deal. It's like not a major deal. Okay. All right, let's dry. Let's do some dry time here. I wanted to make sure that my table was pretty clean here before I put this back down, because the other side it has a design on it, and I don't want it to get icked up. Now I have a little spot right there I'm not loving, right there. So I'm just going to come in and obscure that. It has some variation to it of color. You can see streaks of the lighter color in there, as well as the darker and the medium color. And that is on purpose, because I don't want it to be, I don't like it to be super one-dimensional. I want it to have something else to look at here. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have 3 minutes left. The time flies. I'm going to do a little recap. Jeanette, who else out there? Who else are the wine drinkers? Jeanette, I'm going to show that. I love that comment. I love my wine. You and me, girlfriend. Wine and crafting. That's why we have so much fun on our Zoom parties. Jeanette. Wine and crafting. Yeah, the internet's busy, Shelly. I think everybody's trying to put their orders in. Good morning, Sandy. If I haven't said hello yet. Thanks for sprinkling Ocean Breeze and Me. Is that Mary? I appreciate you. Is that Mary there at Ocean Breeze and Me? You guys remind me. Okay. Oh, almost dry. This little spot right there I hit. Okay, so we have a couple minutes left. So what I'll be doing with this for the drop-in box frame is putting the bunny on, and maybe I'll just make a quick video and finish it when we're done here. Our time is done. So I'll record a little video and upload that at some point on the page so you can see that finally come together. So as a quick roundup in the last 3 minutes that we have, this project, this gorgeous project that we just did, is my donation for Watts of Love Wednesday for Watts of Love. So I donate the project, and then I'm going to put it up for auction inside my VIP Craft Club, which is the free craft community for crafty chicks, those who hang out with us here, who love Couture. You just have to love Couture and not be a designer on another team to be in that group. So join the group. It's free to join. I actually have a VIP flash sale going on now for transfers and some bundles and some other surfaces and supplies. But I will put this up for auction in that group. So please join the auction. The more of you that bid, the higher the bid will get, which is a beautiful thing, because it's all the proceeds will go to Watts of Love. The person who wins the auction tomorrow morning will be I'll finalize it in the morning when I wake up at like 6 a.m. Central. The person who is the high bidder at that time, I'll send you instructions on how to make your donation, and then I'll connect with you to get this mailed out to you. Okay, so that's how that's going to work. You guys, I wanted to just the last minute, I want to take one more minute to say this, just to show you something. So I was working on my schedule the last couple of days. Sorry for the noise. My schedule for the last couple of days, my live schedule, and I go live in various places. You'll find me on YouTube. You're going to find me here on Facebook. You're going to find me doing video recordings that nobody else sees because I record it by myself and then I upload it on the page. I'm also live in my membership groups. These are the days that I'm live this month for now. And some of these days I'm live, like on Tuesdays, I'm live twice. On many of these days, I'm live 2 or 3 times. So if you're not seeing me, it's not for lack of activity. It's because that you're not getting the notifications. There's so much to see on social media that you may just not even know that someone you like is live. So I encourage you to join my Telegram channel, make sure that you're getting those notifications. And you have to hit that follow button on the pages that you love. So hit the follow button on the Comfy Nest with Grace page. And then on that, change your notifications to make sure you get notified when I go live or when I post a video. Okay, so that's just a quick reminder. Head on over to the Craft on the Clock group for the next presenter who's coming up after me. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all so much. I am excited to have this as our Watts of Love auction item for the month of March, and we'll see how the month goes. Remember, we're all blessed. We are so blessed here in the US and Canada and these outlying places where we are. We are so blessed. There are so many people who have it harder in the world, and let's do our best together as a community, help them through Watts of Love. You guys, take care and be blessed. Love you all.